Let me see that. Are you there? No, there. It's a little too. There you go. You see the spikes? There it is. Sitting there. So there's. And now some of them seem to fruit more. There was a couple that I went by that were just like fruits galore. Anyway, I better save the batteries. So now right there is a beautiful example of Mara growing. Oh, right there. That's the one. Right? See, there's some trees above it. Are those the 3 trees? Yeah, right down from those 3 right there. Look at that. Huh? Now, is that a huge grove or what? I mean, it's not a grove. I guess it's like a waterfall, a green waterfall. So where would the root be? The reason it's called Manroot is like ginseng and other similar roots. The root can grow in the shape of a man, is most often the way it looks. That's kind of bizarre in and of itself. But also, in the case of Manroot, they can be up to 400 or 500 pounds is what the story is. I've never seen one. Now this is, of course, just along the lines of these nice houses, and it's across from the Home Depot. So there's, and where we were was just exactly on the other side there when we went down into the canyon. Now you have, this hillside is relatively clear of Mara. See, like that's a tree down there. It's also green, but it's a tree. So you can learn to tell the difference. Up there on the top of that hill, right? Can you see it? Can you spot the Mara macrocarpus? Now it's different than the fabaceous and oreganous because the descriptions of those are relatively small fruit and it's described as prickly. But as you've seen, our Mara is more like the character Hellraiser from the science fiction horror film series. Just beautiful. So it's just a thought. You're walking along Chula Vista, doing your shopping, living your life, and you have no idea about what this fruit is. But it's your own native fruit. It's a nice little calling card, huh? Can you imagine an ocean of those? Well, that's what there is in Chula Vista. Now this is the Elks Lodge in Chula Vista off of Telegraph Canyon Road. You know, they've got an RV park and all that stuff. And I just wonder if they know they have this Manroot stuff growing here. Wild cucumber. It's beautiful to look at. But you'll notice that up there, just hiding, is its little calling card. Hi, I'm a wild cucumber. Never mind me, I just have my little spiked green steroid craziness hanging around. Another one down there. Those are the ones you can see. See, like right there, you gotta look close. Once you get better at it, you can spot them a little better. Right there. Hard to do with a little Sony handheld cam. Question is, what's the point? Question is, there's one right here. Where are you? Right there. You know? I don't know. I mean, people don't ask questions anymore. It's a very uncurious age we live in. Unless it's clean and polished and on your Ralph's produce shelf. But these things get hardly any kind of insect problems. Obviously birds aren't interested in pecking at them. Supposedly it's bitter and poisonous inside, so question is, why would it be bitter and poisonous and need that spiky protective outside covering? Now, some people don't believe that nature has a mind, but I don't know. I think it's worth asking the question. So we're outside the Archway Lounge in off Telegraph Canyon Road, a famous landmark in Chula Vista. It's just off Old Telegraph Canyon Road, next to the dentist that puts up those crazy lights all the time. Does a great job. It's Easter Sunday, 2005, and over here is an interesting specimen of the manroot overgrowing this tree. Let's get a better shot of the tree here. Here's the road, here's this tree, and there's the manroot covering it up. Now what makes this one interesting is that it's a much smaller vine, but it is overgrown with fruit like crazy. Now the vast majority of these fruit, I don't know, probably fall down onto the ground sometime. The vine, as you can see here, is starting to die. I harvested a lot of fruit from this yesterday because it was just like right here. I could get on top of my pickup truck. But up here I didn't have the daring do to try and get these suckers. But there they are, just going, we're just hanging out. Anybody curious? Anybody remotely interested in what we do? We're just this conspicuous, spiky fruit. And you've lived all your life in Chula Vista, and you've never seen me before. And here we are. And this is one, this is what I mean. This is a sample of one tree right by the side of the road, and from what I can see, there's two there. There's a fruit there. Where else are you? You got these puppies over here. What? That's 10. I'm losing count. There's a ton right there. Alright, check that out. Dung, 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 dung. All up on the top here. I gotta get behind the light. Right up there. Like, there's a little nest of them nestled in there. They're just living large. Now, if the desert has bloomed in a way that people haven't seen for a century or thereabouts, why not this peculiar plant? Look at that, right at ground level. I've already got enough of them. We have a patio and a condo, so it's not like there's plenty of room or anything to put this. But this one is just the mother lode of fruit. I mean, now some of them are vines, and I'll show you one in just a second, where you can barely find a fruit. In fact, it's right here. Now, the first place I found these, by the way, is Rice Canyon, which is an open space preserve. It's and allegedly, according to one of the city people of Chula Vista, when building these huge East Lake type of areas, very little land was disturbed in the open space preserves. Now this is a beautiful one. Look at this. It's gorgeous. But it's growing, you know, it's growing over there. See the green? And it's like a waterfall. And who doesn't want to see that early in the winter? Gorgeous, huh? Just take a beauty shot of that. So it's almost like cascading down the mountain. Now there's a little hillside, and if we go up, we can see just past and a ways away, further up in the middle of the hill, manroot, which might lead one to think that, as they seem to grow mostly in the middle of these hillsides, that would have been its origin up there, and over the seasons tumbled down seeds to create this thing here, which is just lovely. Now this one, you hardly see a fruit anywhere, but a little closer inspection, and I just discover that yes, this baby has them too. See, nestled in there. And a lot of times you have to pull up the leaves to get a view of them. Look, there's the one I didn't even see there. Boom, boom, boom. See, it's just going down. Now notice the tendrils. One of the websites had a paper that was done studying this particular plant for mathematics, to see about the mathematics of the way tendrils grow. And I figure, you know, if they're going to study the mathematics of this thing, why not at least give the fruit a crack, you know, with all the tools of science. So my question is, I wonder when these folks come to Archway and have a good time, and it's Friday night, and they have their cars parked here, you know, how many of them notice this peculiar fruit? Maybe I should go in and ask. Nah, I'll save that for next year. Okay, so this is the next day, and this is in the backyard here. We have a number of these fruits. This is a new batch. These were picked March 26th or so, and these are the green ones. They're like a day or two